For the past 7 years, I've done football, boxing, I have done bouldering, Pilates, even pickleball. And I would do these things for 3 or 4 months and then I would stop. Now, you might be asking, where is the consistency? Well, she is in the gym because when it comes to the gym, I truly do not play. And it has gotten me from this to this and got me results from this to this. And in the past year, in working as a fitness coach for gay men, the key really is that motivation comes and goes, but consistency is what gets you results. And if you are in need of a little push today, get cozy because I am spilling everything that I tell my own clients that gets them showing up and gets them consistent at the gym. So here is the gay agenda for today. The gay agenda for the consistent diva, which is you after you watch this video. So number one is to just make it easy. I truly do not know how to make it simpler than that, but here's how to actually do it. Think of it this way, right? You are coming home from work. It's been a long day and you cannot wait to get home. But then you remember that you need to stop for dinner. Now you have two options. The first one is your favorite restaurant. The food slaps every single time, 10 out of 10, no misses. But then you see that there's a line. And you know that that line is at least an hour long. The second option is that there's like a Trader Joe's, right? You know that they have your go-to meal and you will be in and out of there in like 10 minutes. In this situation, what you will most likely go for is option number two, right? Is it the best? Is it the most fantastic thing that you can have at that moment? No, it is not. But is it easy? Is it convenient? And that's what I'm saying, that you are more likely to do something if it were just a little bit easier. And the same thing goes with fitness and the gym, right? Is it the most fantastic, the most exciting, like the best thing that we could be doing with our time? 9 times out of 10, and for most people, it isn't. But if it were just a little bit easier, the chances of you skipping on that just becomes a little bit less. And there are a number of like specific things that you can do to make it easier for you, right? But ultimately, it's going to be unique to each person. So here is the first action item on today's gay agenda. You just have to ask yourself, like, what are the things that usually keep me from being consistent at the gym? What are the things that usually make me too lazy to go? And what you need to do is to find ways to lessen those things or to completely take them out of the equation. And when you do this, what you are really doing is just creating the conditions and the environment for you to be consistent. A few examples that you can do this is just choosing a gym that's close to home or like close to work. If you are a social type of person, then just surrounding yourself with like-minded people is enough of a pull to get you showing up at the gym. Just knowing that you have someone in there who's like an accountability partner or who is just fun to be around with would be enough to get you showing up. Another thing that I used to do, because I used to have like an icky corporate job where people would just put things into my calendar without any regard for my own time. And do you know what I did? I blocked off my time. That was me just being super intentional that I had to be at the gym at a certain time. So you can see how all of these things are really just creating the conditions that support your goal, the conditions and the environment that gets you consistent at the gym. But then I can already hear some of y'all saying of getting from point A to point B, where you have the conditions to be consistent is in itself a process. And yes, I hear you, it can be hard. Like sometimes it's just hard to find a gym that is close by. And what if all you have around you are people who always likes going out for drinks and dinner and have no interest in fitness? And what do you do if somebody still puts something into your calendar that you know for sure is going to run past your shift? That is what topic number 2 on today's gay agenda is for. And that is just to make it a priority. And think about it, like really think about it. Making something a priority really is just declaring what is important to you. Picture this, right? You are in a singing competition It is the grand finale. You are so close to winning $100,000, and you know that it is just absolutely going to change your life. And you have a song that you can just absolutely devour. Nobody can sing it like you can. But then a few weeks before the finale, your best friend comes up to you and says, "Sister, my mom is at the hospital, and it would be so fierce if you can sing her favorite song." Now, you know nothing about this song. You don't know if you can sing it well enough to win. So what do you do in this situation? This is a situation where you just ask yourself, what is important to me? Is it important to me that I win and that I change my life? Or is it more important to me that I do not offend my best friend? And these are the same kinds of decisions, and that's a key word, decision, that lead to being consistent. Often it really is just a matter of asking yourself, what is important to me right now? Is it my gym time, my fitness, my body goals? Or is it my work, my boss, going out for drinks? Most of the things that we encounter in our lives really just boil down to decision points, choices that we have to make. And the thing that I want you to realize, if you were to take one thing from this video, is that you've got free will. You have agency over your body. And most of the time, I hope all the time, nobody is forcing you to do anything. Unless that's your thing. But most of the time, that is not the case. Nobody is forcing you to attend a meeting. Nobody is going to force you to go out for drinks. You have a choice. But if something is important to you, if something is a priority, that will always be the choice that you will make. So your next action item on today's gay agenda is to pull out your notes app, pull out a journal, really anything that you can write on, and ask yourself, what are my priorities right now? Is it work? Is it my social life? Is it my body goal? Is it dating? And then list them all down and rank them. And then the next step is to ask yourself, well, okay, how can I make my body, my fitness a priority? And that brings us to the third and final topic on today's gay agenda, which is to make it honest. The thing is that it will never be important to you if you can't answer this question honestly. Why are you doing this? Why do you want to get fit? Why do you want to be at the gym? And if your immediate answer is something like, I want to be healthier, I want to be stronger, I'm going to tell you right now that that is not good enough. If your answer is something like, I want to lose 30 pounds, I want a normal BMI, that is not good enough. Because what do those things even look like? I'm going to say something that might be a bit controversial, and it's kind of today's hot take, but getting fit is a physical transformation. Starting on a fitness journey, at its very core, is a physical transformation. That is the end result. The goal is to transform yourself into a version of you that you know you want to become. That is the most visceral, the most raw thing that all of the work at the gym boils down to. And listen, that is okay. Because for a goal to be important, it needs to be specific. It needs to be visual. I mean, think about it. If you have a dream house, you know what this house looks like. You know the rooms that you want in there. You know the colors. You know the kind of furniture that you want to put in it. So why can't we do that to our bodies as well? Do you want the abs, the booty? Do you want the chest? So have you thought about that? Do you have a visual of yourself right now? Because once you have that, the next step is the third and final action item on today's gay agenda. And that is to ask yourself the following questions. Why is it important for me to look that way? Why is it important for me to transform myself into that version? What will that feel like? What will that allow me to do? And what will that allow me to experience? But once you have the answers to all of these questions, it's literally going to be impossible for you not to be consistent at the gym. Because whenever things get hard, whenever you are faced with a choice, with a decision, and you are forced to weigh what is your priority, and you're forced to ask yourself why it's important for me to be at the gym, all you need to do is to pull up your answers to all of those questions, to remind yourself why you're actually in this. and why it's so important for you. Do that, and you will be the consistent diva, and you will choose the gym every single time. Now, being consistent at the gym is one thing, but if you want to be consistent in your nutrition and in your diet, check out this video.